4 specific things are happening in your brain right now that make execution neurologically impossible. Not difficult, impossible. 4 documented mechanisms, firing simultaneously, that keep the gap between knowing and doing permanently open. Today I'm going to show you exactly what they are. No advice, no steps, just the anatomy. Most content about execution tells you what to do differently. This isn't that, because the people who can't execute aren't lacking information. They're often the most informed people in the room. They know the frameworks. They understand the concepts better than most people who are actually executing them. And they're still broke, still stuck, still planning. Here's what nobody says out loud. Your brain isn't failing you, it's protecting you. From what? That's what this video is actually about. One thing before we start. Reason 3 is the one most people immediately reject, and the one that explains all the others. Stay with me. Reason 1. Your brain rewards learning, not doing. Think about the last time you had a genuinely productive day. You discovered a new framework, read 3 chapters, took notes, made a plan, went to bed feeling like you accomplished something, but you hadn't executed anything. Here's why that felt so good anyway. Learning triggers dopamine, the same chemical that fires when you win something. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between discovering how to build wealth and actually building it. Researchers at MIT found that the anticipation of reward activates the same neural pathways as the reward itself. Your brain experiences reading about investing the same way it experiences actually investing. Every time you learn something new, you get the dopamine hit without taking the risk. You've built an addiction to readiness. The smarter you are, the more sophisticated your readiness becomes. The more books you find to justify one more month of preparation. Boring people act before they fully understand. Things happen. You've been calling that recklessness. The data calls it execution. Reason 2. You're not procrastinating. You're optimizing. And it ends one way. You find a strategy. It looks good. You start moving toward it. Then you find a better one. You pivot, refine. And just before you execute, you find a flaw. Back to research. This is called the optimization trap. And it's especially common in people with high analytical intelligence. Optimization feels responsible. I'm not procrastinating, I'm being thorough. But thoroughness has an endpoint. Optimization doesn't. A study in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people with more information about a decision are less likely to act on it, not more. More knowledge. Less action. Here's where this loop actually ends for most people. Not with a decision, not with execution, with the quiet moment when you realize the window passed, the market moved, the moment closed, and you're still refining a plan for something that no longer exists. The optimization loop isn't a productivity strategy. It's a slow walk toward a door that closes while you're still deciding whether to open it. Reason 3. Your identity requires you to stay stuck. This is the one I told you to stay for. You have built an identity around not having executed yet. Right now in your head, there is a version of you that is brilliant, capable, and about to do something significant. That version has been about to for months, maybe years. Here's what nobody tells you. That version of you is the most valuable thing your brain owns. Because as long as you haven't executed, you still have the potential. The moment you actually try, that version gets tested, and tested potential can fail. Untested potential never does. So your brain keeps you in the preparation phase. Because in the preparation phase, you are still everything you could be. This is why you sabotage your closest moments to breakthrough. It's not self-destruction, it's self-preservation. Carol Dweck's research showed it consistently. People whose self-image is tied to potential, rather than to action, systematically underperform people who define themselves by what they've actually done. The people who execute aren't more talented than you. They just don't need to protect the idea of themselves. You do. And until that changes, the plan stays in your head. Safe, perfect, untested. Reason 4. You need the problem to stay unsolved. The 4th reason is the hardest to say out loud. Your problems are giving you something. The financial struggle, the stalled plan, the gap between where you are and where you know you should be. It's serving a purpose right now. As long as the problem exists, you have an explanation for why you haven't arrived yet. I haven't invested because the timing isn't right. I haven't launched because I need more capital. These are not excuses. They're load-bearing walls. Remove them, and the structure of your self-image collapses. Psychologists call this secondary gain, the unconscious benefit of staying in a problem. And the people most vulnerable to it are not the unmotivated, They're the ones who care the most. The question is whether what you're protecting is worth more than what you're not building. If this video described you more accurately than you're comfortable with, that's not an accident. This channel exists for exactly that person. Every week, one video, no motivation, no steps, just the mechanisms that keep intelligent people stuck, dissected until you can't unsee them. If that's what you're here for, subscribe. Bell too. This content gets buried if you're not actively looking for it. The next video is going to be more uncomfortable than this one. These 4 mechanisms don't respond to motivation. They don't respond to more information. They respond to structure, a structure that makes the next action automatic before your brain runs its protection protocols. That's what Driven 67 is. 67 days of behavioral architecture, not to inspire you, but to remove the decision points your brain uses to keep you preparing instead of doing. If today felt uncomfortably familiar, link is in the description. First line, 4 reasons. That's the whole diagnosis. Your brain rewards learning, not doing. Your optimization loop ends with a closed door, not a decision. Your identity requires you to stay in potential, and your problems are giving you something you're not ready to give up. Which of these 4 is the one you're going to tell yourself doesn't apply to you? That's the one running your life. Leave it in the comments. I read every one.